Hello, and welcome to the next stenography stream. Hello Twitch, hello YouTube. It is I, Melody Wisp. So we're going to start on StenoJig as always, like I always do personally. I have the words per minute meter, the suggestions, and the SVG up, so that people may see what I'm doing. Let me just move around. Might be good. Let me check to see. Looks fine to me. Okay. Starting with the finger drills, which I never do. The SVG is behind my model, so I should move. This looks good. I'm not clicked in. Maybe I have it disabled. Yeah, I do have it disabled. That's why it wasn't working. This is the easiest one of the drills. I made one mistake, but that's okay. I got 219 strokes per minute. This is when my brain starts getting confused. (181 strokes per minute). Not good. (208 strokes per minute). Up. (105). (135). Oof. Oh. Try this again. I'll just slow down. They're trying to go as fast as possible. (139). EBL UGT. BL UDT. So difficult. Ah! 99 strokes per minute. Ooh. $133 strokes per minute. Oh, we're on the left hand now. Opposite. No, that's not what I meant. Oh, I got confused. Oh my god. So I've been doing steno practice every day for the past probably week. 167 strokes per minute. I never do these drills though, because they are the dreaded finger drills. For a reason. I have a super long list of words I still need to memorize. I posted it on Blue Sky. I remember reading it out loud during I think a Persona stream. Highest was 172 words per minute. I slowly lost momentum. Two 202 words per minute. I was pretty steady for a while. Confused. Whoops. Wrong letters. ELURB. ULERB. Let's just restart this. $160. Look at that. Look at how I fell. ELS UPD. How am I supposed to do this? I have trouble with the further right side of the keyboard. I always end up hitting different keys than I want to. Oh, I forgot to log into YouTube. Let me fix that. Okay, let's restart that. LS. This one's tough. Oh, 104 strokes per minute. That's not bad. Hundred strokes per minute. I always end up hitting the D last. Yeah. With the addition of today, seems I am streaming every day now. UF. Trying not to hit the L is difficult. $157, picking up speed. 173 strokes per minute. Okay, this one's gonna be difficult. Hello, Flash viewer. How you doing? Today is a studying and co-working stream. How's it going? Pretty good. The people talking in chat really helps me out, so that I'm not concentrating on um, the letters themselves. UBG, EPD. EF, yes. EF. Oh, that's difficult to do. URPD, AFGS. Damn, look at that. I picked up speed at the end for some reason. URPD, UFGS. UPD, ELS. Okay, this one's a little easier. A little easier. Not the easiest thing to do. Kind of cramping up my fingers a little bit. Stretching out my hands a little bit. Rolling my wrists. In them out. I'm at number 17. EPD, ULS. $113. OFPD, ED. So is this a form of programming? Oh no, it's if you've ever watched like a news show or something on TV and they have like the captions popping up, this is the technology that they use. This is called stenography. So there is a the dictionaries, which are the things that the program, the software that I use, um, uses to translate the keystrokes to actual words and phrases and sentences and punctuation. That does require a little bit of programming knowledge, but this in and of itself isn't programming. It's just captioning. It's also what is used for the court record. I'm just doing finger drills. That's why it's indecipherable. Oh my god. My problem is I don't have confidence in my keystrokes. URLS ERBD. Sixty strokes per minute. Pretty low. Just doing some stretches. When I was going to school for this, they like recommended 2.5 hours of practice daily. This stream should be about 3.5 hours long. ERLS URBD. That does not help. Saying it out loud does not help. UFGS. Ow. EFGS UP. I've actually tried to wear gloves while doing this because of my scoriation disorder, skin picking, and wearing gloves really makes a difference. It makes it extremely difficult to actually do any of this. It's all about that tactile feel. UFS. I can't imagine doing these drills every day. Oh, I'm almost done. That's like, it's 30 minutes the drills take up in total. Got it. Oh, wow. This is section 4? How many sections are there? I actually used to do these drills like every day. I have no clue how I did them every day. Do that again. Because I'm not picking up my fingers. WRA. Don't even think about it. Don't think about it. Don't thinking about it. I'm thinking about it. Nice! 69 strokes per minute. Ah, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm done. I'm done with this, with the drills. Sections are there? 27? Ugly. Oh, shoot. I forgot to turn on my dictionaries. As really the like over these would be see more now go not much could those years most or two which only all and there her also it so his no yeah into them that out some it's are been as me when time him were this right have he does on right have he does into other than at even do is in a will there people therefore but well up how a we with canned goods said was if I mean of was about from I my had where did then what after get I think for now on, whenever I do the finger drills, I'm just gonna focus on one section, and then once I get it up to like 200 strokes per minute, then I'll go to the next section. That might be a better way of doing it. Why is this so long? That's not. This is not 100 words. This is more than 100 words, right? No, it probably is 100 words. Let me lower this to something reasonable. 25 words. Okay, 50 words. Perhaps, perhaps you'll, perhaps, but he did the shedding himself, made as if to shut his little book again. We get all kinds. Each carried a dangling dinner pail, just where it would have tripped her up. You're in you're in a hell of a position to bargain. He found not a word to say. Nothing could be more true. Later, as though by chance, I dropped that same piece of paper. He was gay and caressing when he had a mind. What are you doing out here? Oh, can you growl? Furthermore, it is the only policy worthy of serious consideration. Not a word to say. Nothing could be more true. Later, as though by chance, I dropped that same piece of paper. He was he was gay and caressing when he had a mind. What are you doing out here? Oh, can you growl? Furthermore, it is the only policy worthy of serious consider that's concern consideration. Consideration is KRRGZ. Furthermore is what? PPURPL. to say. Nothing could be more true. Later, as though by chance, I dropped that same piece of paper. He was gay and caressing when he had a mind. What mind? What are you doing out here? Oh, can you growl? Furthermore, it is the only policy. How do I write policy again? Policies. Worthy of serious consideration. KRRGZ. Not a word to say. Nothing could be more true. Later, as though by chance, I dropped that same piece of paper. He was gay and caressing when he had a mind. Doing out. Oh, can you growl? Furthermore, it is the only quality worthy of serious consideration is I don't remember. But what can? Let me add that to my dictionary. What can? Okay. I was just moving things around. But what can have happened? What fun shall we have when we're married? Hook tried a more ingratiating? I don't know how to write that. This might take you know what? I don't even know how it's pronounced. I was thinking ingratiate, but it might be ingratiate. Ingratiating. Are any other words spelled like this? I might have to add this entire word to my dictionary. A different dictionary. Words, not phrases or briefs. Okay, let's see. I remember how I. But what can have happened? What fun we shall have when we're married. Hook tried a more ingratiating manner. A storm is nothing. He spoke in a low voice and slowly. Who had made him a judge over others? There is no world corresponding to the world of our common experience. Oh, I had the dictionary covering it. They're married. Hook tried a more ingratiating manner. A storm is nothing. He spoke in a low voice and slowly. Who had made him a judge over others? There is no world corresponding to the world of our common experience. How do I correspond? Crond. It's crond. Hook tried a more ingratiating manner. A storm is nothing. He spoke in a low voice and slowly. Who had made him a judge over others? There is no world corresponding to the world of our common experience. Several firms began to take on a few hands. Many preferred them to all others. The word with them is bees. It wasn't your fault a bit. That wooden axle outfit. She could no longer fight him off. That's an ugly sentence. Closely related products that differ in quality. Now he had a goal. The mountains look like they're made of they are made of paper, and I bent down and kissed her. Smith said he'd speak to him. Kitty blushed. She appears to feel as she ought. Who won? Why, there is not a breath of wind, nothing as it seems there of rash and or violent. Why do they speak in that tone? Everything is played from memory, not a printed note is used. Ever wonder why organic food costs more than conventional food? This last section will finish the pattern. It had never been their habit to speak freely on the matter. This time it was the other man who replied, "Oh no, They'll come around, all right. The maid raised her eyebrows with a gesture of genuine surprise. The rest did me good. It was all part of a system. Through the two brackets to the top as shown. It seemed like a vast frozen lake. This will ensure the proper working of the parts. It was dreadful. It was like a dreadful wax image. The wood should be thoroughly thoroughly seasoned and devoid of imperfections. Running to the window, he opened it and put out his head. There, she lost no time in making them all small again. Another man stepped out. He looked as like you as your twin brother. What's a button? It's pretty difficult to get at these fellows, you see. So he set off to find the birds. Of fear she felt no trace, not by a ginger cookie. The door was burst open and a young woman ran in, panting. Nay, he demanded it. The last 3 weeks of it were starvation. He'll convert your head into a mashed potato. The big man obeyed orders implicitly. They were fussy, that was all. The door was pushed open. Good breath. Take 6 large potatoes and cut them in half. Look at me not knowing how to write potato. 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 You are dodging. You are dodging a plain question. Work at the boil to shade. The salad was crisp and the ice cream hard. When shall you take it away? Necks were craned, feet shuffled. But the king was much annoyed, and he didn't like it. She was very simple and unsophisticated. Is that in truth worthy of thanks? This method prevents warping. She seemed to be that sort of girl. The silence was complete. Yes, I know, but there are limits. In long remote places they are still to be found. Everybody was. Their pen was spacious and a terror to the slaves. Okay, let me do something else. People have an annoying habit of remembering things they shouldn't. It's the job that's never started, as takes longest to finish, as my old gaffer used to say. I do not know what evil is when it comes to art. I only know what is good art and what is bad art. I definitely have I do not know. I I don't have that as a I do not know what I do not know what evil is when it comes to art. I only know what is good art and what is bad art. One morning I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How he got in my pajamas, I don't know. I'm good at reading people. My secret? I look for the worst in Caribbean. 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 There. The person that has the most to do with what happens to you is you. We live where the war is raging, chasing our crazy dreams. What I am trying to say is the love is ours to make, so we should make it. Riches and pleasure seemed to him to be really greater tragedies than poverty or sorrow. Me and you, we got more yesterday than anybody. We need some kind of tomorrow. I covered you in royal jelly. I made you queen and you forgave me. The ships hung in the sky in much the same way that bricks don't. I'm I'm going to take my time. I have all the time in the world. Talent is pursued interest. Is a pursued interest. Anything that you're willing to practice, you can do. Let me add this to my dictionary. Oh my god, really? I say about myself. Oh my god, really? Pursued interest. Talent is a pursued interest. Anything that you're willing to practice, you can do. That you are willing practice, you can do. I am the monarch of fucking up all the time. I don't know how to get my fingers to obey. A pursued interest. Anything that you are willing to practice, you can do. So, and do. Some part-time don't understand the promises they are making when they are make them. The biggest lie I tell myself is, I don't need to write it down, I'll remember it. Oh, so true. Some dance to remember, some dance to forget. I'll be fine. I'll be waiting. Patient, patiently, till you see the signs and come running to my open arms. Patient. I'll be fine. I'll be waiting. Oh, I've had the dictionary up the whole time. Excuse me. I'll be fine. Waiting patiently till you see the signs and come running to my open arms. Ad starts in 1 minute. Wow, it's already been an hour? If I have to hear... Oh, okay, that's not in my dictionary. I should add it. If I have, there. Here one more time that you did this for the family. When we remember, we only get a version of the last time we remember it. Okay, we're taking a little break now. I'll be right back. Okay. We're back after taking a quick 3-minute break. Is damn. Long loved you and loved you even before I knew that. You must take life the way it comes at you and make the best of it. You must take life the way it comes at you, the best of it. I'm sure there are things you know that you don't even know you know. I'm sure there are things you know that you don't even know you know. I'm sure there are things you know that you don't even know you know. My God. Why is this so difficult for me? If I just lay here, would you lie with me and just forget the world? Embrace for the glory as you stare into the sky. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. Can't believe I used to love the first day of school. Oh, that's Harry Potter. Jesus. All we can know that we know nothing. That's the height of human wisdom. By venturing too close to the dragon's flame, you made an ash out of yourself. Pride is not the opposite of shame, but its source. True humility is the only antidote to shame. We know little of who we were, only something of who we are, and nothing of who we may be. You will face many defeats in life, but never let yourself be defeated. She is something new, something hopeful, like spring to my deep winter. Interesting sentence selections. Yeah. I'm skipping the ones that only have a single dash. I'm sure those are supposed to be M dashes. But I prefer double dashes, because that's how we use it in legal transcription. We use double dashes instead. How do I write paradise? Why is it paradise? Why is it that? I'm gonna change that. I wonder I can't write it. That's not how I pronounce it. It is better to be unhappy and know the worst Don't tell me it's you are. Yeah. God damn it. I'm changing that too. It is better to be unhappy and know the worst than to be unhappy than to be happy in a fool's paradise. There! Finally. It is at this point in our story that along comes a spider. I've never tried actual monkey type before. I must learn to be content with being happier than I deserve. The best thing about being a statistician 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 is that you get to play in everyone's 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 backyard. About being a statistician statistician. I think I prefer that, statistician. You can have success or excuses, but you can't have them both. Voting. I always write that instead of that. I think I'll just change that to both. Both. Instead of voting. Or excuses, but you can't have them both. All you need to paint is a few tools, a little instruction, and a vision in your mind. To paint is a few tools, a little instruction, and a vision in your mind. All you need to paint is a few tools, a little instruction, and a vision in your mind. You lock the door, throw away the key. There's someone in my head, but it's not me. There's a lot of beauty in ordinary things. Isn't that kind of the point? That's from The Office? Huh. You keep using that word. I do not think it means what what you think it means. Keep using that world. I want to get this. I want to get this over 100. I got it over 100, but I messed up. It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife. Always forgive your enemies. Nothing annoys them so much. It is possible to commit wait, right, commit no mistakes and still lose. That is not a weakness. That is life. Whether this tale be true or false, none can tell, for none were there to witness it themselves. Witness. I need to make a different different brief for that. Wins. Wins. Okay. Or maybe I just keep it the same and I just memorize it. Wins themselves. I may not have anywhere to go, but I can't just selfishly disappear either. Know thyself. Know thy enemy. 1,000 battles, 1,000 victories. When I was younger, I left a trail of broken hearts like a rock star. I'm not proud of it. There is nothing more deceptive than an obvious fact. You forget what you want to remember. And you remember what you, oh, okay, that's not in my dictionary. I gotta add it. And you remember and you remember and you remember what you want to forget. You forget what you want to remember, and you remember what you want to forget. Oh, that went really fast. Whee! Hmm. Getting bored of that. Randomly generated sentences? Let's make that 50 words instead. I did that by myself. A language isn't something you learn all at once. Can I give you three a lift? She's like her father. Don't you want to die alone? You need to understand French when it's spoken quickly. Get out of breath. Where were you on the list? Give me some time to think it over? I put away my phone. I know that I can do it. I made a scary mask in art class. The next song is in French. Why does French come up so often? Do that very well. It's good for everyone. I want that shirt too. It might be a good mother and wife. This really doesn't concern you. It was just a normal towel. I knew you'd you protect me. That won't happen for a long time. Do one thing at a time. It made a big mistake. I deserve better than that. Only 3 people in the park? I promise you, I'll do that by yourself. He has been busy since yesterday. You know that you want to tell him the truth. I've lost his number. I don't want something. I don't I don't I don't want something bad to happen to you. I've come for them. Do you have something you should see? They said they weren't free. Please remind us to do that. She's clearly clear. Oh, I'm putting clear out of his mind. The teacher took my phone number. This is my father. I'm your husband and you belong to me? He said he was nervous. He said he was nervous. We've been told not to do that. Told not do that here. They took it by force. Open your book to page 9. It's just a cold. I didn't help them any. Oh, you can see how big my cursor is. Usually you can't. I guess it's different with when I'm not playing a video game. My cursor is huge because otherwise I lose it when I'm looking between screens. So I always make it big. Felt bad about it all the time. I don't want to go out. I don't want to go out at night by yourself. He sat silently beside her. What do you want to talk? He threw the ball back to her. You must stay with me. He's angry at his child. I guess I better get back home. I'm really sorry about this. There is no more time to finish this work by next Monday. You're on the wrong train. I'm very happy with this situation. It has been too long. I haven't told you everything. She went straight to the gym? Did you plan to do? They had only one drink. They think they're ready. Can I be sure it's the right way to do this? They look happy today. I won't do that. I don't know whether it is good to do that. I thought that you might have an accident. Perhaps she doesn't remember him. They made him sing. How much will we have to find them? Do you have for breakfast? His best friend doesn't know he's gay. We have to do that here. I have never thought of that before. I told her to wash the clothes. I know what you know. You have very good luck. I wish I hadn't said that. At the end of this street is a library. I might tell her everything. I must have been difficult. But nobody can help you on one condition. I didn't do that very well. He isn't too old for that. Do you two know each other? They said that they said that they didn't feel well today. He told me he was glad to see you in an hour. They told me they weren't afraid. I can't excuse what I did. I know that that's not true. It is not a secret. Mm. I think I'll move on to the drills. Make that bigger. I don't need to make it big. I'll just move everything around. Okay. Drill.
Hello, welcome to the drill portion of the 60 class. I'm going to start out with a basic drill, word drill, to get our fingers going, okay?
Okay, I need the notepad.
Ready? Up, with, as, for, of, till, than, a, the, all, any, every, no, other, much, not, only, quite, so, very, tomorrow, yesterday, north, south, east, west, please, yes. Okay, I have a phrase review. I'm going to give you the phrases first and then the sentences, okay? Here we go. Ready? You're going to hear that is, that the, there is, there are, on the, we will, she will you, you will.
Okay, this is going too fast for Notepad. I need to figure, output, change key press delay to 25 milliseconds.
You are you, up the. Here are your sentences. Ready? And actually, this is a paragraph. Here we go. She will be on the United flight that is due to arrive at 10 o'clock. We will arrive on the American Airlines flight at 7 o'clock. Are you planning to meet the planes? If you are, will you please be sure that the car is parked near the main gate? There are 4 suitcases, and there is also 1 large bag to pick up. You will save time if you pick up the bags first and then proceed to the flight deck. We will look forward to seeing you and your family and having a long and relaxing vacation with friends.
I did it! Except for
Okay.
American Airlines.
I have a number drill for you. These have to do with measurements. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Measurements.
The boards were measured. Type A was 3 feet, 2 inches long. Type B was 6 feet, 4 inches long. Type C was 7 feet, 1 inch long. We then measured the steel pipes. 3 of them were 4 feet long with a diameter of 2.5 inches. 4 pipes were 5 feet long with a diameter of 13.1/4 inches. 5 of the pipes were 12 feet long with a diameter of 3.1/8 inches. In our order, we requested that all the boards be at least 3 feet 2 inches in length and that the pipes be at least 4 feet 2 inches long with a diameter of 2.5 inches or more.
I didn't do very well on that.
Okay. I have some briefs in sentences. You're going to hear the word accept, which is written X-E-P-T, accept. Exception, X-E-P-G-S. Neighbor is N-long-A-B, nabe. Neighborhood, N-long-A-B-D. Little is L-I-L. And absolute is S-L-long-U-T, salute. Okay, all right, here we go. Ready? The house was an absolute mess. What is an absolute number? They had absolute proof of the crime. Are you absolutely sure about that? He was absolutely in favor of the move. Ken concluded that it was absolutely true. Politics does not deal in absolutes. Death is one of the absolutes in life. The papers are all here except that one. Everyone has left except Marilyn. The houses are well kept except that one. The sales tax law accepts food purchases. The cost of the tour accepts children. The parking law accepts the handicapped. The law accepted seeing eye dogs. The admission price accepted children. The new rule accepted seniors. Is the school accepting the alumni? The rule accepting them or is accepting them from the tax. We are accepting out of date tickets. He took exception to everything I said. They did not make an exception for me. Will you make just one exception? The exception would fill volumes. The record was full of exceptions. The law had far too many exceptions. She has exceptional talent. David showed exceptional skill. That paper was really exceptional. He is doing exceptionally well. I am exceptionally tired tonight. That man is our next door neighbor. My neighbor borrowed the lawn mower. I really don't know my neighbor. Our neighbors have 2 big dogs. Mr. and Mrs. Jones are our neighbors. We just moved into the neighborhood. We are planning a neighborhood party. She lives in a pleasant neighborhood. That section is in a neighboring area. She was more than a little surprised. The little boy played with the train. Mary brought the little dog home.
Damn. You can see where I fucked up.
Okay, that concludes our drill portion of the 60 class. Have a great day.
Okay, let's try the Q&A.
Hello, welcome to the 60 Q&A practice. We're going to start out with plaintiff attorney. Ready? Did anyone pursue the suspect that fled on foot? Yes, my partner did. Ken Nash. Okay, now what is it about the incident itself which stands out in your memory independently of the report? We arrived as two suspects were exiting the LaSalle Street entrance of the Buy More supermarket. We ordered them to halt. One suspect immediately fell to the ground and surrendered. The other suspect fled on foot.
All right, immediately. PHLD.
The other suspect fled and surrendered. The other suspect immediately fell to the ground and surrendered. The other suspect fled on foot. And that is the one that Kenneth Nash followed? Yes. What happened next? I read the suspect who had surrendered his rights, frisked him, handcuffed, and placed him in the police vehicle. In that order? Yes, I believe so. Where were the officers from the other police unit? What were they doing? One was assisting me, and the other officer went into the Buy More supermarket to survey the situation. When did your partner return to the scene of the robbery? About 5 minutes after the chase ensued. Was he able to apprehend the suspect? No. Okay, I'm going to switch transcripts. This is, again, going to be plaintiff attorney questioning. Ready? Mrs. Perry, do you have a steady position at the Club Rio? Yes, I do. Were you employed as a go-go dancer or as a waitress? As a waitress. On the evening of August 24, were you dancing as part of the floor show? Yes, I was. Was this part of the contract which you originally agreed upon when you initially
Which you at that?
agreed upon when you originally agreed upon when you initially were employed by the Club Rio? No, I was to work as a waitress. Then you never signed any contract or agreement to work as a dancer? No. Did you consume any alcoholic beverages on the night of August 24 while you were working as a waitress? Yes. Is this normal to have a few drinks while working in this capacity? No, it isn't. Would you explain why you decided to have a few drinks this particular night? I only drank because a few friends had dropped in. Nothing further. Now we're going to switch transcripts, and I'm going to, let's see, it's going to start off with the quote. Ready? What kind of car do you use, Miss Higgins? I drive a Cadillac. That is when it is not in the garage being repaired. Is your own car, the Cadillac, easy for you to drive? Yes, sir. Is it a very heavy car? Oh, yes. It is the largest model produced. Now then, Miss Higgins, what type or model of car did the garage give you to drive while yours was being repaired? It was one of those very small cars. I can't recall the name, but it did have a stick shift. Was it a Volkswagen? Yes, sir. I believe it was. I object. Counsel's questions do not appear to be relevant in this case. I object. Counsel's questions do not appear to be relevant in this case. I believe I understand the basis for the line of questioning by counsel. Objection overruled. Have you ever had the opportunity to drive a small car such as the Volkswagen prior to this time? No, I have not. Okay, I'm going to switch transcripts. Here we go. Ready? Please state your full name. Jane Ellen Drew. Where do you live? 109 East Avalon Boulevard, San Diego. Where were you on the night of February 17 of this year? At home. Did you see or hear anything unusual that evening? I certainly did. Will you tell us about it? Yes, as I say, I was at home. I'm a widow lady, you know, and live alone in this little place. It's nice, mind you, but nothing fancy, not like some people I know who live like they are queens or something. Okay, that concludes our...
I don't know how to write boulevard. Boulevard. Bull. I hate that. Boulevard. I prefer boulevard. Writing it in 2 strokes instead of 1 stroke. So usual. Unusual. Ad starts in 1 minute, by the way. I really hyper focus when I do these. I'm a little stiff now. Hmm. Okay. Be right back.
Hello, welcome to the drill portion of the 60 class. Today we're going to start out with some basic briefs that you probably have learned in theory, hopefully. And I'm going to go down a list of basic briefs.
Oh wait, be right back. Okay, I'm back.
From theory. If you don't know what it is, then go ahead and write it out, okay? Ready? Whether, continue, request, question, between, machine, accomplish, afternoon, remit, material, problem, program, become, became, event, eventually, perhaps, depth, width, length, strength, concern, observe, opposite, department, ordinary, superintendent, appreciate.
I got stuck on observe.
Concern, observe, opposite, department, ordinary, superintendent, appreciate, appreciation, represent, representative. Okay, I have a drill for you, and it covers word families that start with C-O-M. I'm going to give you the word first before I give you the sentences. Ready? And a lot of these, you can do what's called a squeeze, like comment. You can squeeze that, K-O-M-T. Commend, you can squeeze that, K-M-E-N-D, commend. Committee, you can squeeze that, K-M-I-T, and then you just come back for long E or the A-E. Complete, a lot of people use the brief P-L long E-T for complete, pleat. Okay, all right, here we go, ready? Comment, communicate, commend, compare, committee, complete, compel, comfort, complement, complicate, competent, and combine. Here are your sentences. Competent, complement, complicate, competent, and combine. Here are your sentences. The judge made no comment. The comment was misunderstood. Will you communicate with your broker? We cannot communicate with the agent. We will commend him for a job well done. I commend you for your effort. The committee met on Friday. Is he on the planning committee? Did you complete your training? Where is the complete set of tools? You cannot compel him to answer. Can you compel him to testify? The man gave the girl a compliment. Did you compliment the waiter on the good service? Don't try to complicate matters. Please don't complicate the situation. Is the doctor competent? Is he competent to stand trial? He will compare the two items. Did you compare the prices for me? She enjoys the comfort of a warm fire. Did the mother comfort her daughter after the accident? How do you combine the two recipes? The court reporting school will combine all of your grades to compute a grade point average. Okay, I have a number drill for you. This focuses on dates. Okay, ready? I have copies of the 5 invoices. They are dated January 13, February 21st, March 9th, April 30th, and May 16th. I believe the invoice dated January 13th is number 18540. The invoice dated February 21st is number 99501. The invoice dated March 9th is number 38954. The invoice dated April 30th is number 73668. And the final one, dated May 16, is number 47725. If Your Honor, please, I would like these invoices entered into evidence. Okay, I've got a common word drill. These are basic verbs, preparations, articles, pronouns, etc. Okay, here we go. Ready? Get, give, go, come, keep, let, make, put, seem, take, be, do, have, say, see, send, may, will, about, across, after, against, among, at, before, between, by, down, from, in, off, on, over, through, to, under, some, such, that, this, I, he, you, who, and, because, but, or, if, though, while, how, when, where, why, again, ever, far, forward, here, near, now, out, still, then, there, together, well, almost, enough, even, little.
Okay, that's the end of that drill. Try the Q&A.
Hello, welcome to the 60 Q&A practice. We're going to finish off the Q&A regarding the car accident. So remember your briefs that I gave you. You're going to hear vehicle, V long EK, skid mark, SKARK, roadway, ROI, after the accident, AEX, speed limit, SPLIMT, point of impact, POIKT, motorcycle, MOIK, ambulance, BLANS.
How do I write ambulance again?
And seatbelt, SBELT, S and then belt. The last one is before the accident. So before the accident is BEX, after the accident, AEX. Ready? This is going to be plaintiff. Here we go. Did you get out of your vehicle after the accident? Yes, sir. Did you notice any skid marks on the roadway? No. Nothing further. Mr. Sagan, cross-examination. Thank you. How fast were you going at the time of the impact? I would say about 35 or 40. What is the posted speed limit there? I want to say 50. Are you sure that is the speed limit? Pretty sure. Okay. What was the point of impact? Where on your vehicle did the motorcycle hit? On the back of my vehicle, near the left tail light. Were you wearing a seat belt before the accident? Yes. Okay. Did you call an ambulance? Yes, sir. As soon as I pulled over after the accident, I called an ambulance so they could check on the driver of the motorcycle. Okay, we're going to switch transcripts. This is going to be plaintiff attorney. Ready? Would you state your full name for the record, please? Lawrence Patrick.
You. Wait. Okay, I was on the right track.
Patrick Adams. Where are you presently employed? In the city of Chicago. In what capacity? Police officer assigned to the robbery division. For how long have you been so employed? 19 years.
Let me restart that.
For the accident, driver, name, for the record, ambulance, so they could check on the driver of the motorcycle. Okay, we're going to switch transcripts. This is going to be plaintiff attorney. Ready? Would you state your full name for the record, please? Lawrence Patrick Adams. Where are you presently employed? In the city of Chicago. In what capacity? Police officer assigned to the robbery division. For how long have you been so employed? 19 years. Were you ever employed with any other police department before the city of Chicago? With the city of Rockford? Did you receive your police training at the Illinois State Academy? Yes, I did. As part of that training, were you taught how to write and prepare reports for all types of situations: robberies, traffic violations, murders, assault and battery, etc. Yes, that's correct. Would you tell me very briefly what is the specific purpose of writing a detailed robbery report? To document the occurrences of the robbery, what happened prior to and during the robbery, and after. For what purposes is that report written? For use at later dates as documentation for statistical purposes, follow-up investigations, apprehending suspects. So you take down statements, etc., to assist you in the investigation? That is correct. Were you called to the scene of this particular robbery? Yes, I was. How were you called to the scene? By radio call, a dispatcher. You were in a black and white vehicle, a marked police vehicle. Yes. Were you the only investigating officer? No, there was one other officer that assisted me. My partner, Kenneth Nash. Another unit arrived approximately 3 to 4 minutes after we did as a backup. Is that a common practice? Yes, sir. Is it correct that one officer has primary responsibility for the investigation? Normally, yes. Who was that? That was myself, my partner, and I. What determines who is primary? The officer who receives the call. At this particular time, it was our area, and it was our assigned call. Then the other unit just happened to be coming by and saw the investigation going on? No, they also copied the radio call and pulled in to assist us, as it was an armed robbery. Do you have any memory today of what took place on that particular day? I remember the day very clearly, yes. Obviously, details like dates and times and names and things like that. You can only remember from the report? That is correct. Yes.
We got 30 minutes left in this drill. Let's try the next drill. Oh, let's do the test. See how I do on the test.
Hello, this is going to be a 60 Q&A test. Plaintiff attorney is Mr. Akron, A-K-R-O-N. Defense attorney is Ms. M.S. period Sybil, C-Y-B-I-L. Again, plaintiff attorney Mr. Akron, A-K-R-O-N. Defense attorney Ms. M.S. period Sybil, C-Y-B-I-L. It's going to start off.
I was going to caption a video.
Ms. Sybil. Ready?
Well, anyway.
And by help, what do you mean? I use a shower chair. Okay. And my husband helps me. Do you have a handrail in the shower? Yes. Do you use the handrail? Yes. If nobody is around, could you do a shower by yourself? No, I could not. So you need company to help you? Jamie does, yes. Is Jamie your husband? Yes. I hope so. Otherwise, he'll be very jealous. Is Jamie a man or a woman? A man. And what is Jamie's last name?
Why am I hitting the
Malloy, M-A-L-O-Y. And is it correct to assume that Jamie lives with you? Correct. Yes, he does. How long has Jamie lived with you? A year, since we got married. Okay. And when you get out of the shower and need to towel yourself dry, are you able to do that? Yes. I am very slow, but yes. Do you need help doing that? Or can you do that on your own? I do that on my own. And when you brush your teeth, are you able to do that? Yes, I can. Are you able to get dressed on your own? Yes, it just takes time. Are you able to make the bed? No, I can't bend over. Okay. Can you do the laundry? No, I can't. Can you make breakfast for yourself? I usually eat toast. No. And I should ask, did you make breakfast for yourself or cook before your injury? Yes, I cooked all the time. Are you able to cook at this point and make breakfast or meals for yourself? No, not at all. I make small meals, simple ones. What would you call a small or simple meal? A fried egg, an English muffin, bean burritos. Tell me what part of cooking causes you discomfort or pain. Moving my body hurts.
I sucked at that test.
Okay, we have a small word list.
Word list.
We have Jamie, which is capital Jamie, and his last name was spelled in the transcript for you, so that is not part of the word list. Malloy is spelled for you in the transcript. Okay, good luck.
Okay, let's do the next drill.
Hello, welcome to the drill portion of the 60 class. Today I'm going to start out with a basic noun word drill. Okay, ready? Account, act, addition, adjustment, advertisement, agreement, air, amount, amusement, animal, answer, apparatus, approval, committee, company, comparison, completion, competition, condition, control, cook, copper, copy, cork, cough, education, effect, end, error, event, example, exchange, existence, expansion, experience, expert, fact, fall, humor, ice, idea, impulse, increase, industry, ink, insect, instrument, insurance, interest, invention, and iron. Okay, my next drill for you is a basic phrase review. I'm going to give you the phrases first and then the sentences or the paragraph. Ready? Can I? Did I? If I? Some of the? Were the? When I? To you. Here's your paragraph. Ready? Did I remind you that Friday, March 29, is the last day to file your application for admission? Can I be of any assistance to you in some of the areas that you might find confusing? On our website, everything is explained in detail. When I sent you your admission packet, were the catalog and test information also enclosed? If I did not enclose those items with your application, please let me know. I will send them to you immediately. Okay. I have another drill for you. This focuses on words that have ing endings. I will give you your words first. Ready? Suing, arresting, helping, saying, writing, testifying, calling, telling, losing, failing, driving, buying. Okay, and here are your sentences. Jake is suing the company for damages. He is suing his wife for divorce. The arresting officer is present. He was in the process of arresting a suspect. Are you helping at the Friday night potluck? Stacy is helping to serve. After testifying, he left the courtroom. Are you testifying on Tuesday? Was he riding his bike? He was riding his motorcycle. They are saying he is guilty. Are you saying he is out of town? We have been calling her every day. They will be calling Mrs. Smith to testify. Was Sam telling the truth? I'm telling you the truth. He is losing the election. She is losing weight. Are you failing history? I am not failing any of my classes. Was Tom driving the car? My family is driving to the East Coast in August. He is buying a new car on Wednesday. Are you buying a house in the city or a house in the suburbs? Okay, I have some basic briefs that you've learned in theory. Okay, I'm just going to go down the column and give you the basic briefs. Ready? Territory, member,
Territory.
memorandum. Okay, I'm just going to go down the column and give you the basic briefs. Ready? Territory, member, memorandum, memoranda, influence, influential, only, responsible, respond, response, responsibility, further, anxious, behind, beyond, begin, began, begun, and then we have just gun, agent, agency, America, American, boulevard, authorize, authorization, authority, area. Now, if you didn't know, if you had trouble with any of those, then make sure you go back and practice those, okay? You should have learned those in theory, and you want to be able to hear it and write it without hesitating, okay? That concludes our drill portion of the 60 class. Have a great day.
Okay, I think that's good enough for now. Let's see. Can we raid? You can see that I'm currently I always forget that I need to hide the browser. How about, let me check to see how long Alice Moonflower has been up. Oh, only 34 minutes. Okay, let's raid Alice Moonflower. She is currently playing Played Up with a friend. I'll be back tomorrow to play video games instead. What game? Game is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. So it is Yakuza 0. Thank you everyone for sticking around for so long. I didn't get to captioning today, but that's just because I forgot I was going to caption anything. Anyway, goodbye. See y'all tomorrow.